through a little city. Had population in 258. I can't see it. We'll get to it. And yeah, we were at 3,000 elevation. Now we're going down again. We're coming completely out of the top part of the mountains. And back to curves. But at least it's daytime, I guess. The California curvies. 20 miles an hour. And he took it off. The self-driving. Please don't. Because some have rails and most does not. But this is what we were encountering last night. Because luckily we were self-generating power in Yosemite Park, which we are now again. We're generating brakes or kick it in. Not helping my bladder. He's holding on to the door. He may be holding on to the door, but I'm holding my bladder. That was a buzzard. Tell that by the head. It's a red-headed buzzard. Where we're going, there's going to be a lot of this anyway. But we do have 3G finally. Whoa. Careful of rock slides. You can see how beautiful it is. I'll leave what's way down and around the corner a surprise. You guys have taken this ride, you already know what's coming. Charlotte would love this, my bike would. I'd totally do this on my bike. Totally would love it. I'm starting to think that might be Slate. Running around. I didn't have time to really look at it. I think it's Slate. I don't think so. elevation again yet. We've got to be close to 2,000. I'm so tired of my ears popping. I am way past 100 times. That's why the sniffs and then all these flowers. Bend. I love the colors though. So Italian. So Tuscan. I'm a Tuscan fanatic. Well, it could be by looking at the colors. It could be slate. Iron ore. Yes, like because my backsplash and my fireplace is a slate like that. Talk about doing some Tesla beta testing in here. For self-driving. Though it does work on self-driving in here. But not really choosing to do so. We took it off of it. But it's not really liking the walls of the rock. Especially like when you get kind of close to that. As you guys saw that last night. It wasn't recognizing the markers. Hidden gem down there. Hydro plant down there. I've seen anybody ski in there because of all the trees. Back to self-driving. Stop for just a second. Okay, so the next destination's in Montego, California, in a Target parking lot at the corner of Historical Plaza Way and Sprinkles Avenue. Perfect shaded spot. You see it? 35%, 36%, 10 minutes. And I'm looking for nummies. So apple butter or crackers. This is Nature Valley apple butter. Oh, I just was missing food up here. They're not working?
I'm not lined up. These things don't stretch very.
I'm gonna talk him into watching something. I want to watch a movie. I'm tired of just being quiet. Okay. Can we watch something? Okay. So, bye guys. We'll be done. $13.68, and it was one of the new 250 chargers. And we are off to. Do we shall say?
It's already shows down there.
So we are heading to the Golden Gate Bridge. We are in traffic. The next exit says Los Angeles, but we have 32 miles to go to the Oakland exits, which is 580, and then we're going to turn off on 80 after that for 15 miles, and then 6.9 miles on Fremont Street so that we can see the Golden Gate Bridge. And then we have another stop after that, which my husband will love for the night if we can get to it. But we will see, because we don't know where we're going. But we definitely know where we're going. What's today, the 31st? Yeah. We know for sure where we're going for the 2nd and 3rd.
Until then, we have nowhere to be.
Yep. But depends if we come back down. But yep. So we are in traffic. There's a Shelby Mustang compared to the Mach-E, which sucks. Now, I'm not against turning any car electric or the Mustang, but they killed the Mustang design. Poor Shelby. Though, if you guys knew anything about the Mustang, Shelby did not design the Mustang. He designed the Cobra. That was his baby. Though he did do some exclusives before he died. Starting at about $500,000 a piece and upwards to over $1 million a piece. He got special permission. And they are worth quite a bit of money now. And that tells you that there's no real wind blowing. And we've been going so slow, we've been actually listening to the electric lines totally sizzle. That they're pulling so much electric right now. It's insane. But listen to that Shelby. But I can tell you right now, I do not like the new design of the Shelby anyway. That is the Ford design. If you do want my take on the new Lightning, I will give you my take on the Ford Lightning. And I am a Ford F-150 girl, so we do plan on getting the Cybertruck. Actually, I went to go get the new Ridgeline. That's how I ended up getting Charlotte. I had the very first Honda Ridgeline that came out. I had a 2006 Ridgeline, fully loaded. I mean, it was fully loaded. Her name was Big Bertha. She was beautiful. The only reason why I don't have her still is because of my accident. I only had 10 months left paying on it. And I couldn't keep it because of my accident. It's a long story, I don't want to get into it. Made me really, really mad. We actually had 2 car payments, and because my bandages and things, and this is how I found out I was allergic to adhesives. And it was costing $500-$600 a month. We couldn't pay 2 payments. And the insurance company was not helping me with my bandages because I was covered 3/4 of my body in road rash. And I had to change my bandages 3 to 4 times a day. So, and when you have to buy a lot of gauze and a lot of ace bandages, and the ace bandages are no good after basically 2-3 days, it gets really expensive. Anyway, so yeah, I had to trade in his 2006 and my 2006 on a Pilot, and then I found out that our insurance company was going to give us a kickback, though they told us that they were going to give us a kickback for no insurance because the guy was a hit and run, though I found him, long story. The place that they weren't going to open up my case. But you guys can find my accident from September 1st, 2009. It was all over the Tucson news and newspapers and local papers and service it. Anyway, I was waiting for the new design, and we had the money. We were going to go pay cash for it. They tried to sell us a design that was 2 models down, and it was $48,000. They wanted to charge us $58,000 for a model 2000 down. We're like, F you. Anyway, I ended up going to get my second favorite vehicle, which was the Can-Am Spyder, and I was going to go back riding, so that's what we ended up getting, was a Can-Am Spyder. So I'm eventually going to get the Cybertruck, but my all-time favorite truck is the Ford F-150, and has been since I was 5. Though I do have Pawpaw at home. He is a Ford F-150. He is a 2001, right? 2001. We call him Pawpaw because when we got him, he smelled like my dad's pipe tobacco. But we don't really, I personally don't really like the new Lightning. First of all, the Platinum Edition is about 30 grand over the actual asking price for over the actual Platinum Edition. Though if you've never driven a Ford F-150 Platinum Edition, they have air conditioning, but it is amazing. I would love to have a Platinum Edition, but there is a couple features on it that I do like. It does weigh the bed of your truck, which is amazing. As you're loading, it's really cool. That one's cool. The frunk in the Lightning is amazing. It has 11 ports to charge. Amazing. So I can't give them that, but it is the #1 selling truck for the past 52 years in America. But I gotta say, I think they could have changed the design just ever so slightly to bring it a little more modern edge. Obviously not to the extent of the Cybertruck. The Cybertruck obviously is a little bit out of the world. That's not why we're buying it. We're gonna buy it because there's a lot of features on it I do like the fact that, one, it is bulletproof. Not that I have to worry about that, but I do live around the 8th most dangerous city in the United States. But that's not why I'm buying it. I like the fact that there isn't any paint on it. We do get a lot of hailstorms where we're at, so that's a bonus. If you guys watched the thunderstorm video that we came through, we already got a paint chip on this. We get down branches, we go different places, but one of the things I do like about the Cybertruck is the whole middle of that truck opens up. I should be able to put Charlotte up on the Cybertruck with no problem, which is a bonus for me. There are camper adapters that they are making for the back of the Cybertruck. That's a bonus for us. So they're literally adaptable that will fit perfectly on the Cybertruck. Now, whether or not we buy that, they're very expensive. They're almost the price of the Honda Ridgeline. Insane in the membrane. So I don't think I would buy that. But really, what they advertise is it has connection to the largest public charging system in the United States. Well, so does any other public EV. There's about 40 different EVs in the world right now. So the cheapest is actually $10,000. Not impressive. And it goes about 38 miles an hour, which is about the speed of a normal moped.
It's nice for city driving. It's fun.
Yeah, me personally, like my husband said, it's nice for city driving. And the one thing I did not like about it was that you have to pay extra for the touch screen. It's supposed to start around $40,000. There is going to be a nice bonus to it because there's going to be a tax kickback. But again, it doesn't automatically come with this. It's kind of like the Mach-E. There's too many buttons. It's too confusing. And then to get the touch scroll screen button in the middle of the screen, it's too much when you do buy it. So to get everything on it, you're talking $92,000. And then GMC has not hit yet. So GMC is going to topple everybody except the Tesla. Everybody has, after Elon has come out with his, everybody got a hold of a Tesla and then picked it literally and took it apart. And if you notice, everybody's doing what Elon has done. Elon has jump-started the market. Now, was Elon the very first one who did electric cars? No. If you look at the history, who was it that does it? I'm trying to remember who it was.
I think it was Chevy, but I'm not positive.
Yeah, and it was like it was back in the 70s.
That was in the 90s, I think.
Was it the 90s? There was another car. What was it? We were looking it up.
It's called the EV1. It was on the documentary we were watching.
Yeah, and then there was another car that actually had it.
They actually took the cars back and destroyed them because.
Yeah, they destroyed it because they didn't want them out on the market. We were sitting there flipping out on it. So they took them back and absolutely destroyed them because they did not want them on the market. We were sitting there just totally flipping out. They didn't want them out there. They were out there, and they didn't want them out there. It's the craziest thing. You guys really need to actually watch the story of the electric cars.
Who killed the electric car? I think is what it's called.
Yeah.
Back in 06.
So I don't like this whole thing that Biden is wanting to do to try to pass this to where the American people should be paying our great-great-grandchildren pretty much to put up EV gas station or quote charge stations. Elon did it right. Months ago, it was actually talked about where Ford was going to make a deal with Elon for the use of the charge stations. Because they're literally everywhere. They're all over the world. I don't think so now. I don't think that's going to happen. And it's pretty sad because obviously you guys have been seeing us actually going to the new 250 stations, which we were able to charge up in like 10 minutes. The public stations you guys have seen us go to, and even though we were there overnight, we didn't go anywhere near what we were able to get to in 10 minutes. So the public stations are garbage. But at the same time, it's no different than going to a gas station. If you're a gas charging station, it's up to the gas stations and the gas petroleum providers. If you're going to be a car provider, you should be onto the car provider, their responsibility to provide those charge stations, just like Elon. So Elon actually was brilliant when he started coming out with his cars. He started networking it. It should be onto them. If you want to be able to use Elon's Tesla charging stations, make a deal with them. If you're not a Tesla, should you be charged a little bit more? Absolutely. We have the connections to use different charge stations. You've seen us use them. Do we get charged more? No. But do we have access to them? Absolutely. So we can use any charge station. We get charged for them? Yes. Do we get charged more for them? No. Would it be better for any car to have access to the Tesla charge stations? Yes. Making enemies with Elon Musk would be very bad. Making buddies with him would be the best thing possible.
It's like Apple and Android charging cables.
Yeah.
Apple has their own charging cable. It works with Apple devices, and that's it. Android, is the equivalent of the public charging, whereas every other EV uses that same form factor as far as plugging into your vehicle. For Tesla owners, we need to get an adapter that plugs into that, where it doesn't work vice versa. Other EV owners can't get a Tesla converter and plug in, and it just because the Tesla plug-ins are networked and only recognize those Tesla vehicles that they interact with. That's not an option for non-Tesla owners to use a Tesla charging station.
Yeah. I mean, it's like my motorcycle. My motorcycle. Watch out. My motorcycle is premium only. I mean, I could technically put regular gas in it. Is it the best for my bike? No. It can actually mess up my bike. It really, really can mess up my bike. Do I get the best ride out of my bike and lower grade gas? No. But can it seriously mess up my bike? Yes. My husband's bike uses normal grade gas. Can he put premium in it? Absolutely. Is it better for his bike and long-term use? Probably not. Mine, it has to have premium in it. So, it's like apples and oranges. So, yeah, I mean, and a lot of people, wonder about how it works. Now, like with our car, it says 67%. I mean, a lot of people always wonder. I mean, we have learned from the basics like everybody else. It says 67%, but you can switch it over to miles. It could tell you 67%, you can go by percentage, or you can go by miles. So, I mean, and it's funny because all other dealerships or, matter of fact, Tesla does not call themselves a dealership. They call themselves a parlor, because technically you cannot sell a car from their parlors. You have to order their cars online. They can only sell their cars out of California. And it's very complicated to an extent. You can pick your car up, and then you have to actually, it's kind of complicated. You actually have to work it out with your city to get it turned over to you and buy it out of California and get it turned over. But now that we're actually getting a plant in Texas, it's like everybody else who ordered their Cybertruck at the very first day or even months afterwards. I can order a Cybertruck today, and I would probably be one of the first people that gets their Cybertruck. And that's because they're going to go around the area closer to them to deliver. So I'm not in a rush to actually order. And it's like when we ordered our car, they said 6 to 8 weeks they actually called us on our car, 11 days?
Yeah. We have 2 weeks.
Yeah, week and a half to 2 weeks afterwards, and said we could pick up. And that is because we live in Texas. Now, if we were in Ohio, it would most definitely be 6 weeks. The closer you are to the plant, the closer you are to get your vehicle. But they made it very clear, if you're around Austin, which we're like 45 minutes away, we would most definitely get our vehicle first. So they're going to go by region first. So, I mean, I'm not in a hurry. And even that, I'm still not in a hurry. I'm pretty excited to see the police departments order them. But at the same time, you also you have people that should not be ordering them. And I know that because, unfortunately, if you guys followed me, and there are some videos that are still up on the channel from when we lived in the hotel. And the only reason why we stayed in those particular hotels is because we had 4 dogs and 2 cats. One of those dogs, if you guys follow me, are Lily. We had to put down, she had a stroke and cancer, and it wasn't her collapsing trachea that took her. But we also have a new puppy now too, but we got him in February. But we had to put her down. But we had 4 dogs and 2 cats, and most hotels barely will let you have 2. So we had to stay in that hotel. So we had to deal with pimps, drug dealers, traffickers, and you can look it up if people are from Texas. If you're from San Antonio, you can say what you want. It is the 8th crime-rated city in the United States. And whether you say it or not, I had to deal with the DEA crime bus and cops all the time, and I literally was in the middle of it. And whether I played a persona or had to deal with a certain way, I had to be protective of my family. And I had to deal with the DEA, literally, did I not? I mean, listen, yeah. So I was in the middle of a lot of DEA busts several times, and a lot of questioning and things that I did not want to have to deal with living there. And I'm not going to go any further than that because there are things, if you go back to my videos, some things are still there. And yeah, and I had to protect my family, and I had to get in between a manager and somebody else, and then he threatened my son that I threatened to kick his ass because my son came out and talked to me, and he thought I was gonna kick his ass, and he just came out to ask me a question, and the manager's like, "Oh my God, you're protecting me." I was like, "Dude, he just said the wrong thing. I was gonna kick his ass." And the cops were across at one of the other buildings, and they wouldn't get involved. It's the craziest stuff. It's just crazy stuff that was going on, and I couldn't take anything. I wouldn't take anything because I had, my husband's bike, my bike, an SUV and a truck and a trailer full of stuff, and then stuff inside. Our rooms were full. So, I mean, this is crazy stuff. But yeah, I mean, you just don't know what you were dealing with. There's like always drama going on. It's funny though, this is the security guard, him and I are still friends, and he told me, it's like, when you left, all the drama left. I was like, well, my husband says I'm a drama mama, so there's always drama going on, and it tends to follow me anyway, so. But they also got cameras all over the building since I left, and so they know that they can't get away with stuff. So when I left, the cameras went up. I didn't have to worry about it. But there was some serious mafia stuff going on, and I dealt with enough of that stuff living down by the border. But you guys got to understand my background. I knew within less than 24 hours what rooms were what in the 4 different buildings, and I was able to tell the security guard. He goes, "Damn, how'd you know that?" I said, "Yeah, well, my degrees and being trained and taught." My husband's an MP, and then he's got other backgrounds, and 27 years as a military wife. So, him going off to worry and living by the border. You know things. You're around things. Plus my background. Doesn't take much. But yeah, it's some of those vehicles though, you can't stop who gets what. But I don't know. I could say, I had fun in the hotel though. I met a lot of people, and a lot of those people that were living there they either got out of jail and had served their time and just wanted to move on with their life. So, they paid their dues, and they were great people. So I believe people can pay their dues and move on with their lives. So, and you met them. They were good guys. I mean, they moved on with their lives. My husband will tell you that. They wanted to stay away from that stuff. And they really did. They didn't want nothing to do with it. They just wanted away from it. So people can be reformed, folks. So I believe in that. E80 freeway closed. Isn't that what we're supposed to be getting on? Oh, damn.
June 10th.
Oh, so we good. Okay. I was going to say, we screwed at that. Hacienda Drive. But, yeah, I mean, I don't know. If you guys have never been out in California with California traffic, it's something. I mean, Cleveland's a lot like this. Atlanta's like this. I remember living in, he was stationed at Fort McPherson, which is in Atlanta, which is now owned by the set of a Walking Dead. And if there was an accident up at Chattanooga, you'd feel it way past where we were at, like Locust Grove, which is like 35 minutes outside of Atlanta. It'd be bad. It'd be a lockdown all the way down. That's like 2.5, 3 hours. So it's a lot like this, but it'd be a dead halt. But Atlanta, with their highways, it's a cross. I don't know if it was purposely designed with the highways that way or not. But you'd think that there'd be a lot more EVs in California. Oh, when he was in there using the bathroom, we were getting ready to leave, and somebody goes, "Yeah, Tesla." But yeah, we get closer to our destination, and I'll come back here. I think we're about 30 minutes or so. But there's a train station, and they're all over the place. So, you guys didn't know that. They're like in Detroit too, and DC. We used to ride them all the time when we were in DC. Lived there for 2 years. But you'll see that in the LA a lot too. Anyway.
In 1,000 feet, take the Interstate 80 west on the right.
How beautiful.
Then take the Interstate 80 west on the right.
Going over the Golden Gate Bridge area. Into San Francisco area. The Golden Gate Bridge is up there. So nice to be back near an ocean.
In 1,000 feet, turn right towards Interstate 80 west. Now bear right towards Interstate 80 west.
My daughter's been out here when she turned out for the race. Hey, look, Treasure Island, just like in Florida, Tampa area. Taillights. It'd be really cool to see Godzilla right about now. Jeffrey would get a kick out of that. He'd appreciate that comment. Yeah, big old Godzilla stomping right through this. That would be hilarious, right? Ooh. It won't be the same going through San Francisco without knowing that Robin Williams now alive to see doing the old bit of Mrs. Doubtfire. I thought this was red.
We haven't had any yet.
Well, the Sunshine Bridge is yellow. The Rainbow Bridge in Niagara Falls, I think it's yellow. If I remember correctly. I don't know, last time I went over I was 16. That's Alcatraz. I don't know if you can see it. You can clearly tell that is. It has to be. I would think. I think that is. I don't know, you guys tell me. I would think it is. We tried, folks.
The beauty of rightness, dear.
Yeah, I would think it is. We tried the tours for that was booked. Otherwise, trust us, we would be bolting to that, but I would want to stay overnight. I'm all for the spook factor. We like doing haunted ghost tours. Maybe we should look for a haunted ghost tour. And of course, that, folks, is San Francisco over here. It's downtown San Francisco. That is so spooky though, because you can't see anything. So that's the last ferry coming back though. That's
In 1 mile,
over
take
there.
exit 2C
No, no, it's
onto Fremont Street toward Fossett Street.
really disappointed though. I'd love to do a haunted ghost tour over there and just stay overnight. For those who know anything deeply about me, they would know why. I like this bridge. It's almost like spine, like long arms. What was I just telling him that I'm telling you that I should tell him about the car? Oh, about charging. Oh, that most cars easily take you can easily charge a car with a 110, but to put in a 220, most houses don't have an extra 220, that it would cost you, generally it costs about $5,000. It's about a 220 in for a EV, but it'll range sometimes around 2,500, depending on if you have a really, really nice electrician. We just scored because the electrician has become our friend. Is that a Tesla behind us? I think it is.
Yeah.
Standard white. Yeah, Tesla's the standard color for Tesla is white, and they don't charge you for the weight. Yeah, I don't recommend getting the white. Because you can't guarantee all of the white is going to be the same color white. And it doesn't look that pretty in white. The red now. The red actually is crushed glass. And I'd never seen the red before until we actually went to the parlor. Wow. Let me tell you something. But the red is $2,000 extra. Like any car, that the red always costs you extra. Red's beautiful. Look at the buildings. Beautiful buildings. Yeah, I don't think we've seen any movies in downtown San Francisco. Have you ever seen
Now
any?
take exit 2C on right.
Do you recall a movie with downtown San Francisco?
Several. I mean, Mrs. Doubtfire for one.
Of the buildings? I mean,
No, but
Exit 3. Keep left to take Fremont Street.
I mean, you see like a couple levels, but not like.
the Dirty Harry movies were all in San Francisco.
I don't really recall them actually doing the high rises.
Now keep left to take Fremont Street.
TV show Monk was in San Francisco.
Yeah, that. Okay, now okay, that one I more or less remember is the Monk one. Monk was awesome. Now Monk had Asperger's. Very high functioning.
It got dark quick.
Oh, the high rises made it dark. That's a cool shot. I wish I had a 55 lens. Yeah, you ever wonder if it actually gets some One for the Tesla glass. You're looking through the roof. There's a bonus to having an all glass roof. I could show you through the top. See? Window. How cool is that? But it really doesn't get any light in the city.
Oh, let's see all the wires up there for the cable cars.
That's wicked.
Imagine that's what they're for.
You know, that's something I've always wanted to do, honey. We've never been on a trolley. I mean, what's it? Why? Ybor.
Turn left onto Pine Street.
Ybor and Tampa area. We never got on. This is so cool. I'm enjoying the roof. We never got on a trolley. We have never ever been on a trolley. We have been on everything else.
Now turn left onto
This
Pine
is so
Street.
cool. I mean, we watched the stars.
And here's the steep streets that they're famous for.
Oh. Come on, now you know you're expecting like a car to come flying down the road, or Godzilla, or a helicopter.
The Rock with Sean Connery when he was driving the Humvee through the streets. That was in San Francisco.
I just keep thinking of car flying, or like Godzilla. I know obviously that would be New York, but this is just because I mean we're not in Tampa, you know, and there's not a lot of high buildings really in San Antonio. The architecture is amazing though, and you know me, I love architecture. I love taking picture of architecture. And if you guys don't know me, I'm a photographer. I was a professional for several years. Look at that. And I love taking people pictures, you know, portrait shots. But one of the things that I love to take pictures of is architecture. My second favorite is babies. Family's nice too, but babies and architecture. Because architecture is amazing. And not necessarily full buildings, but the angles of architecture. Because somebody put the time and the effort to not only design it, but to actually...
How people do this every day.
This is insane. This would kill an EV. Woohoo! Hey guys, we took you on many exploratory rides. Yeah, this is gonna kill our battery. Obviously, we'll be fine, but you know what I mean. We've taken them on a roller coaster, haven't we? It'd be great with a scooter. Yeah, I wouldn't want to do this in Charlotte. Oh, a trolley run. I have no idea. I wonder if anybody knows how much a trolley costs in San Francisco. I wonder if anybody knows what street Mrs. Doubtfire was filmed on, or the house of Mrs. Doubtfire.
It still exists, I'm pretty sure.
Look how beautiful. What I would do to just get out. I mean, just look at the different architecture. Because you know that some of these have been taken down and rebuilt. You just see people at little stores and the iron. It just amazes me.
Time to go down.
This is fun. Tell me you're not just fascinated by the architecture and the iron and the twist. Look, I mean, it's amazing. I mean, it just amazes me that people raise children like this. I don't know. I mean, I'm sure somebody eventually will watch this video that lives around here and go, because we do. And go, let me smack you upside the head. That's probably what they would do.
You don't do anything else. It's normal.
Yeah. I mean, it would be the same thing that, it's like, us raising our children in the military, and that's what we know. It's the only thing. It's like me raising Jeffrey with disabilities. It's how I know.
You need to live in the same house for 21 years. Everybody has their own normal.
Yep. It's just the coolest stuff to me. The mixed mod.
Now turn right onto Franklin Street.
It's fabulous stuff. Oh, I guarantee you anybody's got a garage in this place. See the Victorian with the little eagle and details and the partial wreaths. It's just look at that. I mean, look. And then you get the modern look. It's amazing. Straw dreamed of the Golden Bridge spanning San Francisco Bay. Beautiful, right? But that's even more beautiful. Yeah, snuck up on you, huh? Yep. Even more beautiful. My husband didn't come, and it's freaking cold. I'm tired of the ups and downs. I'm freezing. Absolutely freezing. Them hot flowers. I'm not come over and get any pictures. That's definitely Alcatraz up there. Again, we tried. We knew they were booked out on tours. I'm gonna get my pictures so you guys can see them. Isn't that beautiful? Beautiful. I actually came up higher so you could see the clouds rolling across. Very cool stuff. The sun is over there. I don't know if we're gonna see it again because I think it might actually rain. But I don't want to be here to deal with that. I don't know. I actually put my mask on to warm my face up. I am literally freezing. We started the day with snow at like 48. Got up to about 100. Got burnt. And now it cooled so down. My fingers are pink. I'm freezing. And I want to go back in the car. My husband didn't even get out of the car because it's so cold. So I'm gonna go down to there, get some snap straps, and then get back to the car. Even though it's so cool. Maybe get another snapshot of the Alcatraz. Maybe next time come back and get some of that. But it's getting late anyway. So, okay. So guys, I'm done and I am freezing. The man, the myth, the legend, the legacy, Strauss, that built this bridge. Took from 1933 to 1936 to build this bridge. And it's gonna take me all about less than 3 damn minutes to get my butt in that car. That's all it's gonna take. By the way, he did come out, by the way. Do you see him out there? He decided to finally come out. I guess he got a little bit jealous of me. I think he gave me heads up. Again, that's Alcatraz out there. So I guess he gave me heads up on going. Funny how he made me do all the pictures first. So I am. Okay, so now we got pictures of him. Now we get to go across the Golden Gate. Thought that was fog. I kept telling him it was not fog, it's clouds. So it would have been cool to see it on a clear day, but it was a clear day, I'm sure. We just came very late. Because I know when we came to Santa Monica, it was clear when we got there, and then it got cloudy because of nighttime. We crossed. Waiting for Mothra to come out of the side over there. And then one of those dragon type creatures to come out of the mountains. So it does kind of look like the way it's made. It's kind of Art Deco and kind of Minecrafty, doesn't it? My fingers got pins and needles in it. That's not good. That's my neck. Could also be a seizure. Going to a charging station that's 0.1 miles. Oh, that's interesting. Is it right where you can see the bridge? Oh, it's in the middle of the road. Sharp left. A little shady.
straight to take the US 101 ramp towards San Francisco. Now stay straight to take the US 101 ramp.
Are we getting back on it?
Yeah.
We're getting on the 101? We're going back on it.
Is big U-turn.
Second time back on. So this is 101? That seems like a 101, isn't it? So we just did a big U-turn. So they're gonna charge us like they do in Florida. Charges per plate. What they said by email. That's interesting.
Now take exit 431.
Back through the tunnel. Yeah, it's gonna catch us. That was kind of a cool little adventure. We're about to see what an EV place looks like charging.
Oh, monkey.
Oh, looky. There's a Mach-E. It's a brand new one too, because I think it's a paper. Is that a paper plate? I can't tell.
I can't tell. I mean, they just came out, so it's gotta be new-ish.
I hate charcoal. That's a charcoal color. I hate charcoal. I really do hate the charcoal. That would be so. If that's. No.
That's the higher trim to the color, I think. I'm not sure.
the equipment on the inside with that. That's a paper plate, that's for sure. I was so excited about when they announced that they were gonna do a electric charge Mustang until I actually saw it, and it looks like crap. And I love Mustangs, though I would love to get a 1962 Mustang, or maybe even a 1964. I'd prefer it to be a Shelby edition. Maybe more of his limited edition before he died. Definitely a limited edition before he died, because those were made one by one. And with permission. Because he quit working for him for a while, and then he worked for him right before he died. You guys really should watch the story on him. But he was a Cobra man. And then he basically sold himself out. Sad man. We are 0.8 miles away. Look, the screen turned black. See if you guys see. The lights will turn green and then turn red.
As long as that car is close enough to us, it won't bug me to confirm the light is green.
You see the light's red up there? It'll flick up here. See it and recognizes all the cars. See the little red line up here? And the red light. Red, red. See the red lights? Very cool stuff. For those who don't know anything about the Tesla. It will recognize people, and I know there was a lot of lawsuits that it didn't recognize people. It does now, and it also, look, see green light? Green line. Blue line means it's no hands on wheel. Self-driving mode. See? No hands, Ma. No, the beta testing's out. Not out yet for beta testers are testing it for, and have been since what, November? No, October-ish.
That beta pretty much got scrapped because the beta the older beta uses radar, and
Yeah.
Elon said no more radars on all the cameras, so they have to pretty much.
What was it? Which one was it? Was it 8.9? It's flipping it to 9.2 or something like that.
8.2 to 9.
Yeah. That's the reason why he was supposed to let it go in March now.
9 is supposed to be all vision,
Now
no
bear left
radar.
onto
No.
Crossover Drive.
So it's looking like the end of this coming month that it's going to be released.
They have a grain of salt.
Yeah. So basically what it is so we could drive it in normal roads like in neighborhoods. Right now we're on like sub roads, so that's the reason why it's taking it on these roads.
It'll keep you in your lane, but that's it. It won't make turns.
But the new stuff will.
Correct.
And it's not perfect by any means. It's not going to be. But it's way farther advanced than what Ford has, or what's the other companies that have it now.
They all have their own version of it.
Yeah, but it's way farther advanced. And that's because it's so linked around the world. And they're 10-year farther advanced than any other company. It doesn't hurt that Elon has satellite dishes that he's constantly putting up. And that's the advantage that Elon has. SpaceX. I mean, the man, to me, is the new Einstein, so. Oh, the one thing I was talking about earlier that Elon just forgot what I was gonna say. Sorry, got my hand in it. I'll think of it.
Save it for the next video.
Yeah. Oh, maybe some of you guys don't know this. If you didn't know that how Elon made his money, he was the founder of PayPal. If you guys did not know that.
Get close to somewhere. There's a signal.
Hey, there's a bunch of stuff there if we weren't moving or traveling. Had some good stuff on the road. But yeah, my mother-in-law didn't even know that. He actually is the one who started PayPal, and that's where he made his money. And then he sold it for billions of dollars. But and if you guys live in remote areas, Starlink, check it out. That's where he's interconnecting all.
Low Earth orbit satellites, they call it.
Yeah, and it's getting better every day, every time he launches new stuff. But he's super smart. But when we get closer to, because it keeps jumping on miles, we get closer to it. Yeah. Wow. We get closer to the EV chargers, then I'll pop back on. If I can remember what it was. So we are up and charging here in just a minute. And again, like I said the last time, was $13.68. And this, I believe, is free charging too. And this is behind a DaVita Diagnosis and Blue Pearl Done Virgin Paints. Yeah, it's another charge point. But what I thought was interesting is that it's a porta potty over there and some sort of wash station. But there is 2, 2, and 2. So there is 6 charge points. And then, I don't know if that's a speedway. Oh, what a pretty night. Yep, speedway on the other side. So, I mean, if we're hungry, we can just walk around the corner, which we might do later. But I guess they might be doing some sort of, like, barricade or something. Oh, wait, there's 3 more over here. So it looks like there's 3, 2, 6, 2, 4, 6, 12 of them. There's 3 more over there. 3 more sets. So there's 2, 4, 6, 12 in total. And there's a speedway behind us, so.
It's pretty well lit.
Yeah. So if we're hungry, we just walk around the corner and porta pot. So it's a bonus. Not too shabby. So are we bunkering down probably for tonight? Maybe. Sure. Yes. Yeah.
You can take it tomorrow. It's always part of it.
I already told you what I was thinking.
Route 1 is all the way down.
No, I know. I told you what I was thinking. I'm not going to say it on video.
And we can make as many little pit stops as you want because we'll never be on time.
Oh, because you cut Vegas.
It just wouldn't have worked. We've been on the road even later than we were.
I told you what I was thinking for tomorrow. But this isn't for tonight, folks. Yep. There we go. Let me get up some videos for you. Bye-bye.